Tyson Pedro versus Modestas Bukaustas. Tyson Pedro's 9-3 overall. He's got 9 finishes in round 1, 4 via KO, 5 via submission. Anytime he's been past round 1, he's lost, which it's happened twice. But he does have 3 losses altogether. Shogun got him out of there round 3 TKO. OSP got him out of there via submission round 1. And Ilir Latifi grounded him out for a decision. Those are really tough fights to have for an inexperienced fighter. Even Shogun, he was still the ghost of Shogun at that point. But it was too much for Tyson Pedro. And look, he's had plenty of time, not to mature as a fighter, but as a person at least, because he's that much older. Not much more cage time in that, in the layoff. But even since his return, he just smoked, weaker opposition, Harry Hunsucker, Ike Villanueva, and altogether, I think he's got like 4 minutes of extra cage time. So I still have my doubts about Tyson Pedro. I don't know if Bukaustas is the guy to exploit those holes, those doubts, but I do trust Bukaustas as a fighter. He did lose that decision to Michal Oleksiejczuk, which I think I bet on Oleksiejczuk, but close decision. And Bukaustas, he's got a record of 13-5. I think he's a little more breakable. He's got 3 TKO losses, or KOs, to Jimmy Crute. Khalil Roundtree kicked his fucking leg. I couldn't even watch that. I watched the beginning part of the fight and said, fuck it. I don't need to see that. I know, I'm a diehard combat sports fan, MMA fan, but that fucking kick, that fucks with my stomach. I can't watch it. But Modestas is... he's got more experience, 13-5 overall, 9 TKOs, 2 submissions, 2 decisions, largely a striker. The thing is, he's largely got a physicality advantage, and he doesn't here in this one. Tyson Pedro's just bigger, longer, taller, whatever Bukaustas has going on for him. Tyson Pedro's got a little more. And that's why Tyson Pedro should win this fight. He should win this fight. I think if he does win, he probably gets a finish. I think he has a strong round 1. Of course, as I said, 9 of his victories come in round 1. And if he doesn't, maybe there's room for Bukaustas to win a decision. Bukaustas is the only one who's won a decision. He's the only one who's thrived in fights that have gone past round 1. So he's answered more questions at this point. He's a fighter who's answered more questions. Still, that doesn't mean that he's going to have all the answers in this one, because Tyson Pedro might just get him out of there in round 1, which is what I'm predicting. I think Tyson, I trust his power. I trust his submission skills, too, in this one, especially. Maybe not every fight, but in this one, I think he would have an advantage. But I don't think it's even going to get there. I think Tyson wins this one on the feet. I think he gets it done early. If I'm wrong, Bukaustas by decision, can't hurt putting a sprinkle on that. I think you can get that at like plus 400 or something. It's enticing, but he's a guy that I think is, bottom of the barrel UFC-wise. And Tyson Pedro remains to be seen. He might be, to be honest, but I don't think so. I think Tyson Pedro's got a little more upside, and he's just getting the ball rolling after coming back. So I'll take Tyson Pedro, round 1 knockout. I like the under at plus 110, under 1.5 rounds. It's pretty much a bet on Pedro, and maybe something in the early part of the second round on Bukaustas. But the under is really my only bet here. And, again, I'll probably get drunk and bet on Bukaustas by decision. Like, share, subscribe, all that horseshit. Check out my other videos.